Work session meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Romanek?
Here.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Here.
Commissioner Sui?
Here.
Vice Mayor Watson?
Here.
Commissioner Casabun?
Here.
May we please rise to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act of 1975, was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are none, Mayor.
Presentations seeing none. Public comment on agenda items only. If anybody from the public would like to comment on agenda items, please come to the podium, state your name, address your concerns, and please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes. Thank you.
Patricia Kears, 409 Peach Drive. I just have one comment on this agenda with a discussion on the DRBA before you go into private session. I think it might be more prudent to wait until after you've done your private session or wait until the regular meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kears. Good evening. My name is Rick Abbott, 1925 Ferreton Road, and I'm here basically on the DRBI also. I've rented a building at that facility for probably the past 25 years and paid them approximately $450,000. And currently, there's 8-foot holes in the roof, the siding's falling off, the soffits are falling off, and I assume the city has something in their agreement they had with the DRBA that they need to repair these buildings, especially the ones that are on the historic registry. There's 25 buildings out there on the registry, and this happens to be one of them. It's the theater. I don't know whether there's anything that can be done, but I just thought I ought to come in. I have a bunch of pictures. I can give them to Brock or whoever to show you the condition of the building, but it's a shame that they're letting everything, get to the disrepair portion where they're tearing them down. And I don't think that's what they intended to do when they put it on the registry. So that's all I have to say. Who should I give these to? You. Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
You make us some pictures of
And I tried to, get them to repair them, and they're just not interested.
Thank you, Mr. Abbott.
Tamara Davis, Millville. I have a question and a couple comments on agenda item on the regular meeting agenda for the new business item number 19-1 regarding a special license to close off an entire block for 6 hours on a Friday night. I don't know if you guys had a chance. I certainly hope most of you reviewed this, because for something for that amount of time and that particular block for 6 hours, I think would be a problem, especially on a weekend that could be considered a 3-day weekend, because most people are off on the 20th, and already there's a lot of traffic during that time frame on Friday night. It's also, and I'm talking between Pine and 2nd and 3rd, a thoroughfare should anything happen on Main Street. If there's an accident or whatever, that's usually where people detour from. They go down 3rd, go down Pine, and then get back on 2nd. I also find it a problem just in case if they start working on this bridge, traffic, we have no idea what traffic will be like. So now they're closing a block. So I'm wondering if anyone has had the opportunity to talk with the applicant to possibly offer them different public lands, perhaps Corson Park or Buck Park, which is conducive for that. And they're considering 300 plus people. And what really is, I find shocking in this whole application is their emergency plan. It's basically drawn on a napkin. They don't even take into consideration any kind of other buildings that are within, public or private, or even residences that are within this area. And assuming that they have enough space to have emergency exits onto Sassafras Street, then onto 3rd Street, and then I guess on North 2nd. So, I find a lot of red flags with this. I'm sure it's going to be a good event. I don't want to prevent anyone, I'm not suggesting you say no, but I really think this requires a more review and a better place to do it. I mean, the city, when they have our concerts, have it on Buck Park in itself, and this is closing a block. Now, keep in mind, when the block is closed for Play Streets, that's only a few hours on a Wednesday afternoon, and the amount of police presence there is high, considering, and they're not even offering any police for 6 hours. They're going to have their own members of their church doing the policing, which that makes me very nervous. And then parking is an issue. Where is 300-plus people going to park? There's really not that much parking in that area. So I certainly hope that you gave this some thought and maybe table it, or perhaps, remove it from the agenda, have a discussion with the applicant to offer a better place to have this event, especially for that many people and for that many hours.
I share your concern with closing the street in a residential area on the weekend. Having it on a public street on the weekend. I do believe one of the parks would be a much better place to do it, much better equipped for that. I'm also concerned about bathrooms when you have 300 people. I realize they could open the church, but even so, and how do we know 600 people aren't going to show up? Or
Well, the application says 300-plus. One part says 300-plus, the other part says 200-plus. So there's obviously no guarantee, no even knowledge of how many people they could attract. And it looks like it's a non-ticketed event, so you're right, it could be 1,000.
I shared my concerns with the Director of Public Safety, and he's explained a few things and alleviated some of those concerns, but not all of them.
I mean, I just really think there should be better consideration. And the fact that it's up until 10 o'clock at night, that's a problem in itself. I understand the noise ordinances, but this is a residential area, predominantly residential. So, and there's, I don't know, I would consider it a big problem for that. So,
If I can, Tamara. I think my package is a little bit larger than yours, because I have everything. I have every application. I have every inspection. I've talked with my departments today, like I told you I was going to do last night. We talked. I realize people are concerned with traffic. It's a one-block shut-off. I'm choosing my words here. It's not going to shut down traffic anymore. It's not going to disturb traffic anymore in that area of town than this bridge repair is doing. Yes, it's long. I'll agree with you on that. I will. I think I agreed with you last night on that. I have everything that my departments have done, because basically it is in the hands of my departments, between the fire, police, and EMS. We are finally back up where we have 3 EMS trucks running. I'm not afraid of that. My fire inspector has been there to inspect the kitchen. My fire inspector will be there again on that day to inspect again, because that's how it happens when anybody's going to be cooking for a situation like this. The chief of the fire department has approved it. Here's his approval. He approved it actually on May 22nd at 3:03 p.m. when these folks first started doing what we'll call their due diligence to have this. I had the application, the full application to the city. It was turned into the 3rd floor with the approvals of everybody that's involved. I have verification of insurance. Again, this is the same verification from my fire chief, another one. Keep that in order here. What's this? I have a, on city letterhead, a response from Sam Cruz, but I didn't know whether she had anything to do with this, with it being Parks and Rec. Let's see here. I have a copy of all their insurance. They have more than enough insurance than the minimums that we require. for an event like this. I have their exit plan, which is basically the same exit plan we use every week during the summer for the kids. There's no other way to build an exit plan on that block. I mean, you know, you live right around the corner. Yeah, it was, I'll agree with you, it's not the most professional.
Commissioner Hewitt, are you saying that all the police concerns, fire concerns, EMS concerns, health department concerns are all taken care of?
They're all taken care of. They're all taken care of for my departments.
But
hope
did
that-
anyone ever offer them the park? I mean, that's,
That's not
that's
our
where the
job.
city,
That's not my department's job to try and offer them somewhere else. They've gone through everything that anybody would have to go through to use any area of this city. They've showed proof of all insurance. I even have driver's licenses of people involved. I got a whole checklist here. My departments see no problem with it. We will have extra police officers. They will not be dedicated to that, but they'll be in the area because our UEZ extra police will be working. So we will have extra police officers on during 2 shifts that night. So, and we are well aware of it, so it's not like we're going to avoid the area. That's the best I can offer you, Tam.
okay. So screw the residents in the area and,
No,
That's
I didn't say that, you did.
well, yes, I did, but it's a residential
And I didn't
area.
insinuate
That's why a park would be more conducive. I would think that, you know, Second Street's a highway, state highway, all right? Third Street is a county road, so they're used a lot, and 4 o'clock this afternoon, traffic was backed up almost to Mulberry. And this is just Tuesday. So, it's gonna offer, it's gonna be a problem, and there's
Like
gonna be
that every
people
day.
walking.
It's like that every day. Summertime's here, school are everywhere. All I can tell you is, if you feel strongly enough about it, I have talked with my department heads, ask for a sit-down with us, and we'll sit down with you. I do say us, because I'm not gonna throw them under the bus and say, go talk to the chiefs. That's the best I can offer you. They have followed everything asked of them. Am I really happy with it? 100%? No. But,
Thank you.
thank you.
My name is William Teddy, and I'd like to address 2 issues. One of us has to do with the issue, well, what about the sassafras and Second Street issue, and what used to be Shannon and Roadcap's funeral home in that property? Why is it fenced in and it could be used for public parking? What's the issue there? And there was something else that I wanted to address, but because of my age, I'm having a little bit of issues recalling it. But that's one concern. And was about the bridge. And what arrangements are you planning to do with being a vessel and with the buses, public buses, that congregate and they stop in front of Main Street, in front of the Wawa and across the street? Is that route, and how's that route going to be with the buses? I mean, that's what is it, NJ or New Jersey Transit issue. Have they forwarded the suggested routes for their buses? And can you publish those routes for the public, please? Thank you.
We'll start with the bridge repair. The bridge repair is going to be done exactly how the overpass was done, going from Wheaton Avenue into Lincoln Avenue and Vineland. There will be no closure except for some sort of an emergency situation during that repair. There will be 2 lanes open, east and west, on the bridge at all times. The bridge repairs are being done from 6:30 at night till 4:30 in the morning, weather permitting. Yep, the bridge repairs started last night. They have all the silt fence up and everything for anything going into the river. The bus route is not changed at all. It's still going to be right there at the Wawa. Like I say, barring any situation, traffic will not be routed around that bridge. What was the second one?
It was Florida Sassafras and what used to be Shannon's and Roadcaps.
Sassafras.
And on Second Street, what used to be
That's private property now.
That's
so-
private property bought by an investor that is going to be an asphalted parking lot for his restaurant when it's done.
Oh,
He has that secured right now because he owns it, and that is in his best interest for insurance.
Okay, that's, I was just curious, but it will be at times,
Yes.
can be used by patrons.
It's a proceeding redevelopment.
Okay, all right, thank you so much, sir.
Yep.
I hope everybody can hear me over the system.
Just got to pull a little bit closer.
I know.
Seeing no one further, I will close public comment on agenda items only. Discussion of commissioners. Commissioner Hewitt, go ahead.
Before that, Mayor Romanek, may I, excuse me, I would like, any comments before that? I'd like to make a motion to table any open discussions regarding the DRBA. While I commend the commissioners who have put in relentless hours deliberating this contract, we're still in negotiations, and any remarks, thoughts, or comments should be addressed during our closed session.
Point of order. I have the right to say what I want to say as a commissioner.
Well, there's a motion.
Second
To
motion.
table, which takes precedence.
Not over a
over all
point
other
of order it
motions.
does, and a point of order takes precedence over all motions.
Correct.
And I have the right to say what I want to say, and I'm going to say it regardless if you pass a motion anyway. It's not going to interfere with the negotiations. I can assure you of that.
Okay, thank you.
All clear?
Commissioner Hewitt, go ahead.
No, I think I covered everything. We did have a small fire today. Another reason for me to thank the city of Bridgeton. It's the first time we had to use their ladder 7 at the fire. And also, I got to thank our guys, first and foremost, our PD, for keeping things traffic-wise under control. And once again, Vineland. They sent a truck here to cover the city at our firehouse. They sent a ladder here to help us with the fire. The fire was at Oakview Apartments. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Hewitt, for the update. Yes, I saw that get toned out, and I saw it was keeping quick response of it, so good work and duly noted. Thank you for the update on that, please. Where are we?
Commissioner Sue.
Commissioner Sui, go ahead.
Yes, so, Ms. Davis, first of all, I share your concerns on that. However, you are the only resident here speaking against it, which I don't know why anybody else is not here, but they're not. As for the DRBA, negotiations are ongoing. We had a productive meeting. There's another meeting scheduled. The other stuff I won't talk about in closed session, except that I will talk about in closed session. But Mr. Abbott, I do share your concern about the deterioration of several buildings out there. So some of that will be discussed in closed session. And that's all I have on the DRBA. Hopefully I've alleviated your concerns.
You have. Thank you, Commissioner Sui. I appreciate it.
Commissioner, can I interrupt you for just a minute?
Which one?
What? Commissioner Sui.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm done, so I guess so.
No. While you're talking about the RBA. Can we keep these till tomorrow so we can get some photocopies made?
Yep, you can keep them this morning.
Thank you.
If you want more, I can have more made. It's up to you.
No, just,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. Go ahead, Commissioner Councilman, go right ahead.
No,
They'll be
just
here
that,
for later.
thank you for the photos, so I look forward to seeing those. Mrs. Davis, I understand your concern, but I think they've dotted their i's and crossed their t's. So we can just hope that things go well, which I think they will.
Vice Mayor Watson?
Last work session, we brought up about potential to increase the salary ordinance for the CFO.
Correct.
Just wanted to kind of just did a little bit of homework. High end in the area is probably like 170,000. The lower end is about 115,000. Our salary ordinance is in the ballpark of that. The average for the ones that I found, it was like 6 or 7 cities that I was looking at. The average was about 140,000. We did have an interview for a CFO today, or recently. I could not attend, but I didn't want to hold up the appointment. Our business administrator sat in, our human resources sat in. The interview did go well, but that was our only interview so far.
I was briefed on that interview.
Yep.
I was encouraged by that, what the business administrator did have to say. And I am encouraged to listen to what you agree on the salary proposes, because I do think we need to raise the bar to encourage, those high desired applicants for these tough positions in Millville to apply for. And, like you just mentioned, there was only one so far.
Yep. And I want to thank our business administrator. He was acting fast. We had a discussion earlier this week, and it's nice that he already talked to everybody about it. So that's good. So thank you to Joe. So I'm assuming obviously it's probably not going to be on this agenda, maybe next agenda, after a little bit more thought, and probably go from there.
If I may, I asked Mr. Couchy today if you guys had started anything with the salary ordinance. He told me no. So what you need to realize is it's going to take 2 readings, and it's 20 days after that it's effective.
Right.
Our CFO is leaving in September. You will already be into July, August, end of July or August, so you need to speed that up.
Well, I just wanted to make this a group discussion.
No, I agree. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think we need to speed it up and get it on the agenda as fast as we can.
Yep. We're most likely going to be looking at, if it's okay with the commission, probably put it on the next agenda.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as the discussions with that individual keep on being positive, and we'll go from there, but thank you.
Yep. And I'll save the rest for regular meeting. But that's all I have.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. My notes. Welcome to June 3rd, 2025. I'm glad, we're into the summer. I'm glad for the warm temperatures. Sun is shining, no more rain, hopefully. We get to enjoy the great outdoors and all that the wonderful city of Millville has to offer for all of us. I will save all what I had to do and all the fun events I had to plan and do and attend in the evening, in the later part of the month for the regular session, so all the public can get to hear me. New business, seeing none, public comment portion. We have now reached the public comment portion of our meeting. Anyone who would like to address the commission, please go to the podium, state your name and address your concerns. Please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes. Thank you. Seeing nobody, I will close public comment portion.
I'll make a motion.
Comments of the commissioners? Go once, twice? Good. Resolutions.
A resolution authorizing closed session for the following matters: discussion of DRBA, negotiation and attorney-client privilege, and discussion of cannabis retail sales, deliberative process, and attorney-client privilege.
I make a motion.
Second motion.
That was a quick one. Sorry.
Motion and second on resolutions for closed session. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yeah.
Vice Mayor Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Casabun?
Yes.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
Mayor Romanek?
Yes. See you all soon.
We'll make some copies and circulate it. So everyone- I'm involved. I'm involved out there.
I'll wait till.
I gotta study my agenda.